I'm Ben Lilliston. I am the director of our climate and rural communities work, and right now co-executive director with Karen Hansen-Kuhn of the Institute for Agriculture and Trade Policy. And we're here to talk about a new publication called Revisiting Crisis by Design. And when I first started at IETP in 2000, quite a long time ago, um, I was handed a number of kind of fundamental, essential pieces to read to kind of understand our organization, which started in the mid 80s around the farm crisis, kind of understand our history and what we're about and what our place is. And Crisis by Design was one of them. And it is such a really plainly written, clearly written description of how policy at that time impacted the farm crisis. And so that's a big part of what I think ITP is about, is pointing to the importance of policy and how it sort of leads us on this path to the food system we have, the condition of rural economics, and also how globalization is set up. So IATP has been around for 30 years, and we've sort of moved on from that crisis by design and continue to monitor and track policy at the local, national, and global level. We are looking at whether policy is serving family farmers. Is it serving rural communities? Is it protecting the environment? Is it protecting public health? That's the lens with which we look at policy. And I think this current sort of pandemic, we didn't actually intend to release this during a pandemic, but I think it's very relevant because here you see what happens when there are policy failures, and both in the policies themselves, but also in the implementation, and that there are real world impacts. And we're seeing that in kind of an emergency situation, but it's certainly also true in food and farming, and the state that we're in right now. There was already a bit of a crisis in food and agriculture prior to this